Everyone thinks living in Galveston is like being on vacation, 365 days a year, beaches, breezes, and breakfast tacos by the bay. But here's what they don't tell you. Your house insurance might cost you more than your first car, and the mosquitoes come with names and addresses. Mine's name is Larry, and he waits by the front door like a very aggressive doorman. When I first started showing homes in Galveston in the early 2000s, I thought it was like a postcard. I'd sip my sweet tea, showing a darling beach cottage, and then end the day with the sunset and sand between my toes. You know what nobody tells you though? Sand. It gets everywhere. I found it in my dryer lint trap 2 weeks after leaving the beach. It's like glitter, but coarser and more judgmental. Porch swings with the view of the bay, golf cart rides that rival the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, but with more flamingo hats, and food trucks at every event, yes, including pet adoption events. Your neighbor will know your dog's name, your birthday, and probably your flood zone. Now let's get into the real talk. Living on the island is magical until your insurance renewal hits the inbox, and then it's like a slap from Poseidon. Flood zones, this is really important, y'all. You want to know yours before you fall in love with that coastal cutie. Now let's talk about insurance. You're going to need homeowners, windstorm, and flood. Yes, Brenda, all three. Remember, short-term rental laws change faster than my hairstyle during hurricane season. Grocery runs can take planning. You can't always get what you want unless it's sunscreen and frozen shrimp. That's always in stock. I once paid $9 for a pineapple on the island. $9! I'm still emotionally recovering. Every part of Galveston has a personality, and I really want you to think of it like a family reunion. Now, we go to the East End Historic District, and think of that like your eccentric artsy aunt with antique furniture and really strong opinions. And we go to Midtown, and it's like that laid-back cousin who works remotes and always has snacks. Now we hop on down to Pirates Beach, and that's your uncle who wears linen pants and insists on cooking fish that he caught this morning. Now if we go down to Jamaica Beach, you're going to see your retired grandparents who throw a really wild party on Memorial Day and still mow their lawn in matching polos. Bayou Shores is like the quiet, introverted cousin reading a book by the bay with wine in a Yeti cup. Don't let these flip-flops fool you now. Some of these folks party harder than people in their 20s. I once got invited to a full moon drum circle and a crawfish boil and a poker run, all in the same day. Hi, if we haven't met yet, my name is Shari Hensley, and I'm a realtor living and working right here on beautiful Galveston Bay and Galveston County. Welcome, you found the #1 and original Living in Galveston County, Texas channel. We're so glad you're here. My team and I get phone calls, emails, and texts from people just like you who are looking for areas and places to live and things to do. So reach out to us, give us a call, and let's set up your own personal consultation, and we'll help you find your Gulf Coast dream home. But now let's get back to the video. But before we do, I want to remind you to stay tuned to the end of the video because I have a very special VIP offer, and I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. So stay tuned, but let's get back to the video. Here's where the dream meets the budget worksheet. You can find a house for $300,000 or $3 million, and they both might need a new roof. Welcome to beach living. Now I want to talk about real numbers with you. The median home price in Galveston County is about $375,000. Windstorm insurance can run you anywhere from $2,000 to $6,000. Flood insurance can run you anywhere from $1,000 and up, depending on the zone. HOA fees can run anywhere from $300 a year to $2,000 a year, depending on the neighborhood and the amenities. And don't forget those elevation certificates and tide charts. You know how in normal places people worry about school districts? In Galveston, it's your elevation certificate and whether your crawl space has ever been a temporary fish tank. If you love the smell of salt water, can tolerate tropical storms, a few hurricane watches, heat, humidity, and enjoy having sand permanently embedded in your floor mats, this could be your place. Do you want to be part of a tight-knit community where people wave with all 5 fingers? Can you live without a Costco or a Sam's Club right across the street? Are you ready for porch parties, bay breezes, canal cruises, golf cart poker runs, boat parades, and the occasional unsolicited weather report from the neighbor 3 doors down? Because in Galveston, your neighbor will always tell you the tide schedule before you've had your first cup of coffee. If you're even thinking about buying in Galveston, download my Galveston Homebuyer Survival Kit. It's free and it's packed with stuff I wish someone would have handed me before I showed my first raised pier and beam cottage during a windstorm. Now I want you to comment below, what's the one thing you have to have in your Galveston dream home? Outdoor shower? Wine fridge? Pirate theme bar? Arrgh. Don't hold back, I'm here for all of it. Living in Galveston isn't just about real estate, it's a whole lifestyle. One where community still matters. The sunsets are ridiculous, and the only thing more unpredictable than the tide is my hair and this humidity. Y'all, seriously, if humidity were a person, it would be my toxic ex. I'm Shari Hensley with HomeSmart. Call me before you make a move, and I'll help you find the good, avoid the drama, and live like you've always wanted, with sand in your toes and no regrets. Oh, before I forget, I want to make sure and tell you about my very special VIP offer that I mentioned at the top of the video. It's called my Love It or Leave It Guarantee, and this is how it works. If you buy a home from me and 18 months after closing, you decide you don't like the home, you don't want to live on the water, you don't like sunsets, eating fresh fish, whatever the reason is, I'm going to buy that home back from you, or I'll list it for free. That's right, I'm going to buy that home back from you, or I'm going to list it for free. That's my guarantee to you, and you'll get it in writing. Y'all, thanks so much for watching. We so appreciate your support.